Well, hi, welcome to the training video. This one's going to be a little bit different because you're going to see me in it, and also you're going to see a screen recording of a user who took a trade, and he's going to talk you through the trade that he did. So basically I asked him to record it, not especially for other viewers, but asked him to record it, and I was going to have a look and see what he was doing and see if I could offer polish anything up if you like. But Chris is well capable, he knows what he's doing really. So I asked him if I could share it with you, so he agreed. So what you're looking at now is the chart that you're going to see from his screen, which is a different colour. You'll certainly notice the difference. So I'm going to put that bit of video in between here, and then I'll come back afterwards and talk about it a little bit. Okay, so before we just get to there, so this was the area. I'm just going to put a marker on like we normally do. So this was pretty much where he was trading through this bit here, and eventually he got in here. He was in, I think he was in before this as well though, or he may have just got in here and then it went on through here. But anyway, I'm going to put his video up now. We'll go through his video and it'll just show really his thinking and how he's following along and just using the pressure points to effectively trade very well. Now, I do know he didn't actually put on here what he had achieved, but I did get an email from him saying that he'd moved his stop up and he was in the money, and then he went on to get 90 pips out the trade. So Chris, do correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I believe that is correct. If it is incorrect, then I'll put the correct details underneath the video in the training area so you can see what it was. But I know it was a great outcome for him anyway. So let's get over and see what Chris had to do.
Okay, my story begins 2-3 days ago, just looking at the GBP. And here we can see running into the American holiday, Thanksgiving. So I was expecting a bit quiet, but I'm looking for what's going to come out of this. And on Thursday, I did see this massive spike here through these lines, these purple lines, which I believe are the levels of most activity on a particular day. So these levels here are interesting to me. And we can see that it's done a bit of up and down with the pressure points here in between these two bars. So I'm looking potentially how a move away from this can happen. I did notice here is on Friday. I was at my desk all day Friday and I did see this pressure point here kind of broken through quite close to the edge of the zone, come back down here, and I placed an entry as it came back through. Probably should really have waited till it came up to here, but anyway, I took an entry in here. And at the time, because I know Martin told us to switch off the coloured things, but I seem to remember, just to double check, let's just pop it back on. Yeah, so it was green at that time. I remember that now, but let's turn it back off because Martin's told us to turn it off just now. Obviously, been a bit of a problem with the pressure points on that. Waiting to hear Martin say that we can turn it back on. So came up here, good move, got in here. I didn't come out. I actually just decided to move my stop up because I had entered this quite late and I wanted a good move on this. And my gut feeling was that we were probably going to get a good move and a long-term move. Bit greedy, I agree. I think Martin would have come out around about this level. We then get some side racking. We've got some accumulation bars and we've got this again happening up and down either side of this primary line from late Friday. So here we are on Monday. I stayed in the market, stayed long, just kept my stop down here. I'm still long and I'm hoping we will get some action today. If not, I'm going to have just to come back out and leave it all, if we get stopped out down here. Bit of a wobble on Tuesday. Yes, it came down here, but we've got a bit of market activity and that saved the day and came back up here. And so a bit quiet because we're still post Thanksgiving. Americans come back into action a bit late, Monday, Tuesday maybe this afternoon we'll get some move. I've now put the stop under here. Basically, if this doesn't go, I'm going to have to rethink. And again, we've got a pressure point here. With a bit of luck, this pressure point will be broken. It's not very close to the top of the zone, but hopefully it'll get broken. If I get stopped out here, then I'll just call it a day and wait for it to create another opportunity. So that's my trade. Very unusual for me to be in 2-3 days, but it was Thanksgiving. So we'll just see what happens for me. Interesting trade.
Well, there you go. Now, like Chris said, this was very unusual for him. Not something I would have held that long, and I know that he wouldn't, given different circumstances. But I think he just settled down to the fact that it was Thanksgiving. He was going to let it roll on. But interesting how it all came together. and yeah, got the great opportunity here and then traded on through here. So anyway, that's really what it is. That's how easy it is to follow along once you get the structure of what you're doing. So I hope you found that useful, and I'm away for a couple of days, so there won't be any videos for a couple of days, and then I'll be back on Monday with another series of videos starting throughout the week. So have a great few days, and I'll catch up with you very soon. Take care.